Hey, Peter.
Yo, what's up?
You ready for this episode?
Let's do it right now. Let's go.
I'm Adam Maness.
And I'm Peter Martin.
And you're listening to the You'll Hear It podcast.
Daily jazz advice coming at you.
Coming at you a little fast this morning.
That's right. That's right.
Why is
it
that?
morning?
It
is not morning.
For most of these folks, it's morning.
Oh, that's true.
We get told a lot.
You know, did you know, fun fact about You'll Hear It? We'll do a little quiz.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Fun facts. What time does You'll Hear It drop every day?
Oh, I know that.
What?
3 a.m.
What time zone?
Central Standard Time Zone.
CST?
Yeah, CST.
I don't know.
The best.
Probably.
Yeah.
Is that right, Andrew?
Yeah.
3 a.m. Central Time. So, yeah. So, if you want to get up early and join us, don't bother. It's the same thing you get if you listen at 8 or at 10. It doesn't make a difference.
I mean, unless you're in India or somewhere like that, then it's going to drop in the middle of the day. You know.
Indiana or India?
India, like in the middle of your workday. You know
Ever
what I'm
noticed, I always think different cities or countries that are seemingly unrelated but have similar names, like Indiana and India.
I have no idea what this has to do with playing fast, but keep going, man.
I'm just going to talk about stuff that's so uninteresting that we're going to fast want to get to this subject today.
Well, let's do it then.
Okay.
Let's get on with it. Playing fast. We get asked about this way too much.
That's right. Way too much. Yeah.
But, it's an important part of it.
It's so easy, though. Just do what you do slower. Just speed it up.
That's easy for Peter Martin to say. Let's.
No, but it's like I'm always like, one of my sons is big into track and field and cross country. And I'm always telling him, I'm like, this is the easiest sport ever. Yeah. Like, there's no strategy involved except go faster.
Go faster.
It's not like, okay, I'm going to start slow and then I'm going to trick him. I guess there's
You're a runner. You know that it's a lot more than that.
Well, but basically, whoever finishes first wins.
Well,
Isn't
thank
that
God
the
it's not
concept
like
of a race.
Thank God it's not like that in jazz.
No, that's right. Often people who finish first have bad time. Actually,
that's right. That's right.
Timing is everything.
But also,
just like our jokes.
Yeah. The solos. Your solo is not a race. It's not. No. It's not all about playing fast.
Exactly.
It's
that's
impressive,
what I'm saying.
but it's not everything.
No, but I think So I think that if you, from a conceptual standpoint, it would behoove us to think about players that have great technique in terms of velocity, but that are really tasteful, and like how do they, and this could be any instrument really, like how do they pull that off where you're not like, oh, it's just chops, but it's where it's really dazzling, but it's integrated in with the music. So I'm thinking Art Tatum certainly comes to mind, but Clifford Brown, Charlie Parker,
definitely,
who else?
Chick Corea,
oh, absolutely, yeah, Chick Corea.
Yeah, and I think it's part of being an overall rounded player is to have like a fast gear. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Greg Hutchinson at the drums. Oh, I mean, he can play incredibly fast, but he's not a one-trick pony in terms of that as being part of his technique.
The key is, I think our friend of the podcast, Christian McBride, said it best, which is
he's good at that too.
Is the idea comes first.
Yeah.
So if you have a good idea about playing fast, that's okay. But if you don't have an idea and you're just playing fast to play fast, don't worry about it.
Well, I think a lot of people, and to an extent, you can get away with doing this, but you think you can play more pedestrian or mundane things when you're playing fast and get away with it, and you kind of can, but it's not to be advised. I mean, the best is to play the same level that you'd have to play at that mid-tempo swing. If we're talking about swinging fast, but really for any kind of a groove. The best is to be able to speed up the things that you can do as opposed to just kind of running through pedestrian type of phrases.
So to me, there's a couple of different ways we can approach this episode and how to talk about it.
Well, speed it up, buddy. Speed it up.
We could. No, we could talk about ways to practice playing fast.
Okay.
And we could talk about concepts of, playing fast in your solos.
Yes.
And how to achieve that, like when to do it, how to do it. How much is too much? How fast is too fast?
Okay, so I think the number one thing for playing fast is
listen.
No, actually.
Oh,
no. See, you're just like on autopilot.
I'm not even.
You're like a lemming going over the edge.
Are we recording, Andrew? No.
I think of course, listen. But in this case, I would say relax.
Oh yeah,
remember Ruben Rogers when he was here? We're recording some of our coursework. We talked about that, and he has a great concept on breathing and being relaxed. And I think that
you ever see students who do this when they start to play fast?
Yeah, they just tense up.
And then just
you can feel the tension. Yeah. So look, easier said than done, but like anything, you got to get it in your mind and kind of commit to it intellectually and emotionally and spiritually. Okay, I don't want to overstate it.
Well, no.
But you want to commit to it.
It's mindset. True. And a great way to practice this is to practice in halftime.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the best way I feel when I'm practicing really playing fast. Practicing in halftime is the way to go. Can you give an example of what I'm talking about here? So instead of going dum 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 dum, you go dum 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 dum. I hit him with the fast. Yeah. That's too fast, see? There's something about it when we're thinking about the quarter note is dun 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 dun. It tends to not relax us.
Right.
But when I'm thinking about the quarter note is dun yabba da 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 da.
Yep.
And then even if I'm playing a tune sometimes that's like with a group, right?
Yeah.
I'll think of it as like 1, 2, 3, 4, there. It just
you even got on relaxed snake face there for a second.
it puts on this, you know what I mean? It like slows everything down.
Yeah.
Seems to make my lines more cohesive, seems to make me less frantic.
That's probably the biggest pro tip you're going to hear today, I would say, folks, and it's a great reminder for me and for all of us, is that, and look, I've seen a lot of great players do that exact same thing. Christian McBride, I've seen him go ding, 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 and his foot is like tapping, and at first you're like, wow, he's tapping on 1 and 3. That's supposed to be a no-no. But when you can swing, the no-no becomes a yes. You know, I like to double everything up. We're double timing.
The no tap becomes the yes swing.
Exactly. No, but I mean that really, and so we talked about mindset, and now I think what you are manifesting physically with the relaxed stank face is that that's taking the mindset and actually relaxing it, like using it in your body. So if you're saying, okay, we're going to play fast, but we're just speeding everything up we're playing with the same precision, the same kind of relaxed thing that we can do. Even if you can't physically play fast, the entry point, you'll be able to start to speed everything. That takes time, but you can get into the mindset and then be actively relaxed by only playing things that you're comfortable. So for instance, let's say that you can't really, like if we're going to do, I was thinking of...
The Night Tunisia.
Yeah, so if you... It's hot. So actually, I kind of some stuff I wanted to play at the end. I didn't make it, but I kept the time going. But if you aren't comfortable doing so, if you're like, but you want to jump into that faster playing, so it's like, what was the double time? You're like. Maybe like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just stay within your zone, but be relaxed, be in the time, as much as you can, and just play simple little things. Like I'm not even going like shifting. I'm just playing over the D minor. Because you're getting used to being relaxed in that tempo, and then eventually, you'll start to add.
So crucial, and I think it's an important thing is to feel that sensation of being relaxed at those faster, quote unquote, frantic tempos, right?
Exactly.
The more you can be in that zone of being just calm and relaxed and still be going that fast, the more comfortable you're going to get. Another couple of ways to practice playing fast that I think are valid are, and I do this a lot, is to practice playing free and fast, right? So not putting a time value on the notes, but just letting your fingers fly. I think this has a lot of value. Just feeling yourself playing at a fast speed. It's out of time, but trying to get the notes that you are playing, the durations as even as possible to get it even technical, from a technical
Should we give a little example?
Well, so like if you're playing,
Go ahead.
So like, whatever it is. If you I'm playing a lot there, but I'm really trying to just get the sound as even as possible and just let it fly. I mean, and that'll start coming out in gigs in a very cool way where you can just kind of let it go. We talked about it on the ballad playing, especially.
Yeah,
it can be very useful. But for me, sometimes you just have to like wake up your hands, let them fly, and just play fast.
That's great. I think that combined with the starting simple, like those are actually the two main elements. I mean, look, there's all the other things that we're developing musically are going to go into it too.
Yeah.
But these two specific ways of practicing plus the mindset will probably be the quickest way to improving, on an everyday basis, your fast playing. So it's like you're actually getting your fingers to play fast, and you can probably do that faster than you can do it in time at first anyway.
Yeah.
But you also need to start feeling that being relaxed in the tempo so that you can play and be able to execute things in the groove in a way, the same way that you're doing it when it's at the medium tempo.
Right, and that's the most important way, I think. Another way you can do, and Herbie Hancock talked about this in his autobiography. I think it was Donald Byrd that told him he was young and having a hard time at faster tempos, especially on like rhythm changes. And I think he was told to write out a chorus and memorize it and be able to play it fast, just so you could hear yourself play fast.
Wow, I never knew that.
You can do that.
That's great.
And he did, and he said it totally worked. Like once he kind of believed that he had that in him, he could start improvising. So that's another strategy you might think of.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could take that. I love that. It could also be like a simple solo maybe that you learned that you just speed it up slowly, because that's the thing. Once you get the mindset and relax and really feeling, bing, ding, 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 ding,
yeah.
Because there's the whole bar when it gets really fast, 1, 2, or like we were doing 1 and 3. 1, 2, I mean, you can feel the 2 and 4 too, but it's harder when it gets faster. But then it just, once you can feel that and you've got the mindset going, then whatever you're doing, so that's like the beat, and then the next day you do a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And then maybe depending on how much time you have to practice, this is a week, and then you go up 4 clicks.
Yeah.
And you commit to that, whatever the Cherokee, Night in Tunisia. I mean, blues, it can be anything. Then it's just a matter of slowly pushing it up, and then what you'll see is like your creativity and your sort of mindset and everything will be able to. It's almost like you're lifting weights and you're just adding a couple pounds every few days.
Yeah.
You're not trying to double your weight in a week or anything, but after a couple months, all of a sudden you'll start to have some breakthroughs.
That's totally cool. Let's get back to what we were kind of talking about. You were kind of talking about playing what like being relaxed at faster tempos. So let's talk about some things that, like some strategies when you're playing fast with other people, playing fast solo or whatever.
Yep.
I think as pianists, and this is not just at faster tempos, but in general, we forget to breathe sometimes.
Yes.
It becomes a typewriter.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I am a very fast robot out of control.
But I think something that I know pro players, I feel like, have a grasp on that maybe intermediate folks don't, is that there's a lot of music to be had by not playing eighth notes. You know what I mean? Like don't forget about your melodies. Don't forget about rhythmic stuff. Can be so effective.
Rest.
Doing these over the bar things at a fast tempo. First of all, you can't be a typewriter for 3 straight minutes at those kind of tempos anyway. Like no one really can. Maybe Artan can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's got to be musical anyway.
It's got to be musical anyway. You got to save some of it. So if you want to rip off some of those lines later, you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, plus if you think you can't play fast, so play a line and then take a break. Now, maybe during the line you're not playing well, but during your rest, you're playing great. You're playing really well fast.
just like any other solo architecture, right? Like we need to start in general, in my personal experience, it sounds good, to start with shorter phrases.
Well, I mean, it's just like you might go hear an opera singer be like, well, she was horrible. Except when she wasn't singing, she sounded okay, right? You know,
It's a strategy of my musical career, bro.
But then, really, that does speak to when you enter and when you exit. That's always important in swing or any kind of groove-based music because that's your biggest chance to, like, you know, really be in the time or to set yourself up to play something at a time. So when you're playing fast, like having those rests and knowing when to come in is crucial. You know. And your thing of that can really delineate where the time is in a way that just kind of the typewriter thing doesn't necessarily, even if you're very precise, you know.
Yeah, I love it, and it, like you said too, it breaks up the sound of everything too. I mean,
and then it just gives you a chance to force you to kind of take that breath that we need to do to keep us relaxed.
Another thing I got to say, practice playing pretty fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's always power, power, power.
Right.
But yeah, if you can play like a beautiful, languid melody.
Yeah.
That, at a fast tempo, that's a whole other skill too. That's something that maybe you might not have spent enough time on.
Andrew,
I'm talking to myself.
Andrew, if you can make a note for me to check my dictionary for the word languid, I'm very interested in learning what that means. Thank you. Side note, but that's
Andrew, our producer.
Yes,
I said big.
Whoa,
Sorry.
hello.
That was my daily cursing this week.
right.
I just want to make sure I got that in there.
Yeah, daily cursing coming at you.
Yeah.
So your last point before that was, I think, important too, is like even on a performance level, that's another little trick to playing fast. If you listen to the people that like the giants or the artists today or whatever, that you're like, man, they can play fast so well. And really check it out. They usually are not playing as fast as you think they are.
That's so true.
They're
man.
doing it so well. Then you can get away with playing a little bit under. Even like, you know, giant steps or something. Like listen to John Coltrane play giant steps. I don't know what the BPM on is, but it's not as high as you think.
It's not as high as everybody calls it that I play with. Yeah.
Exactly. So
somehow the standard tempo for giant steps got up to there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, well, this is fun.
Yeah, man.
It wasn't quite as fast as I was hoping, but you know.
Well, you'll hear it, and you can go to you'llhearit.com. We are going to continue here with our ending tune, our new tradition. I'm going to call it a new tradition. We've been getting some great tracks in from our listeners. From
that
folks.
Kind of surprised. Well, it didn't surprise. I mean, how many good ones we got? I think surprised us a little bit.
We got some talented folks that listen.
We do have some talented folks. We're going to have to step up our game here.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, you and I personally.
So, what is this? Who's this from today?
This is from Jonas.
Is it Jonas or Jonas?
I'm going to say Jonas.
Okay.
Jonas Aras.
Okay.
Jonas Aras.
Yeah, I like it. It sounds so much more exotic.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is called 405 at 6. Enjoy, and until next time.
Well, hold on.
Wait,
actually, I wanted to throw something in there. I don't know if you know, Jonas Aras is very famous for his work with the Jonas Brothers. No, I don't know if that's true.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, maybe.
All right. Sorry, Jonas. You'll hear it.
You'll hear it.